Howdy y'all, Silver here, and whoa, it's been a long time since I last uploaded. Enough that my life has been completely flipped upside down, both in and out of Splatoon. Sorry about that. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about one of the most hated modes in all of Splatoon, Turf War. For most people, especially people who play comp, this is a mode that you will play until you reach level 10 and unlock ranked, and then will never willingly touch again. And why would you? Turf, from a competitive point of view, is arguably the worst mode in the game, yet for some ungodly reason, Nintendo seems to push it down on us for no reason. Most challenges, the first half of Splatfest, and Koshin all use Turf War as the main mode. Yet at the same time, Turf is arguably one of the best tutorial modes in all of gaming. And it's a mode that sticks with some people, long after they've outgrown their Aerosprays and Splattershot Juniors. So today, I want to discuss Turf War and the issues with it and how they can be fixed. As always, thank you for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Let's go over with the issues of Turf War first. The main issue I see brought up a lot in discussions about this topic is how essentially the first 75% of the match does not count, and how it's the final team fight at the last 30 seconds that really truly matters. And I completely agree with the common opinion. I will say, at least in Splatoon 3, you do have tactic cooler to negate deaths, so if you get wiped at the last 30 seconds, you aren't completely screwed. So the problem isn't as apparent in 3 as other games, but it's still an issue that should be fixed and addressed in Splatoon 4. Another issue that a lot of people have with Turf War, unsurprisingly, is spawn camping, where you sit in the enemy base for 3 minutes and kill people while your teammates go and paint the map. This is something that a lot of people have issues with in all modes, not just Turf War, but it seems that the people who complain about it the most are Turf players. Keep a pin on that because we'll get back to spawn camping in a bit and how we're going to fix Turf War. Now, with that all said, I do have one big compliment to give to Turf, and that's how good it is as a tutorial mode. Turf is amazing at teaching people how to play the game. Painting and paint control is something that all players of all ranks need to know, and Turf being all about paint and paint control teaches that core concept from the moment people pick up the game and hop into multiplayer. Another thing that Turf is good at is being a low-stakes, low-stress mode that allows people to learn that they have a 7 special, or how to use the map in Super Jump, or in Splatoon 3, the new movement options of the Squid Roll and Squid Surge. If brand new players were immediately thrust into a game of Rainmaker or Tower Control, where on top of all these core concepts you also have a centralized objective, I honestly think Splatoon would be a way less popular game than it is right now. And that's what I do like about Turf. It's a low-stakes environment for people to learn the core features of the game before reaching level 10 and unlocking the ranked modes with their centralized objectives. Nintendo really did cook when making Turf in terms of a tutorial to the game. So why then is it shoved down our throats at a competitive level, or God forbid, the only mode for Splatfest? For all the compliments I can give Turf War, at the end of the day, it's just a tutorial mode, yet Nintendo treats it as if it was a competitive mode. This is where my real true issues with the mode fall, and why I decided to make the video in the first place. If Nintendo just left Turf as a tutorial mode and left major events in Splatfest alone, I wouldn't have nearly the issues with Turf as I do now. So with that said, let's get into how we can fix Turf at a competitive level while still keeping the tutorial mode identity intact. Add knockouts. Seriously, that's it. Add a knockout feature to Turf War, just like all of the other modes. Losing in the final 30 seconds just because you lost one team fight is like pushing the enemy team to 10 remaining, but still losing because they pushed to 90 in the final 30 seconds. It also means that if you get spawn camped, instead of being stuck there for 3 minutes, you're just stuck there until the enemy timer reaches 0. How we could go about this would take some playtesting and fine-tuning, especially to not make Turf War Splat Zones too electric boogaloo. My 3 main ideas I came at during this video's development are keeping 60 to 70% of the map painted for 100 ticks, about 1 minute and 6 seconds, and increasing the game time to 5 minutes, This would keep the turf war identity intact the most, but is also the most similar to Splat Zones. Keeping 75% of the enemy base painted for 10 seconds, or getting all 4 players into the enemy base for 10 seconds. Super jumping, bubble, and beacons would have to be disabled to keep things fair. All of these have their flaws, I will admit, and I would love to hear your ideas for a knockout feature for Turf War in the comments, but I hope I got the core idea of a knockout feature across. Also, some people may be thinking, Silver, you just added a central objective to Turf, something you praised Turf for not having. And to that, you're absolutely right, which is why I want to make one more major change to Turf, and that is splitting it up into 2 modes, Turf War Open and Turf War Pro. Turf War Open would remain completely unchanged and be the mode that brand new players play until they reach level 10. While I played with the idea of adding smaller quality of life changes to Turf Open, I decided against it as I wanted to keep the mode completely intact, flaws and all. Turf War Pro would be the mode to get all of these new knockout features and would be added to ranked rotations. It would also be the Turf War mode that Nintendo would use for events like Challenges and Koshin, as well as Splatfest Pro, though realistically Splatfest Pro should just be a regular ranked rotation. This keeps both the changes that would help make Turf a viable mode, as well as the tutorial aspect intact. It also gives Turf players the option of choice. Players who like the new changes can go play Turf War Pro, while players who want to stick with Turf as it always was can go play Turf Open. And those are my thoughts on a potential ranked version of Turf War. Sorry this was a shorter video than usual, as college is kinda kicking my ass. Winter break is right around the corner, and I have a lot of other long-form videos planned, so stay tuned. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!